Menglong's mysterious death has sparked suspicions of shady dealings within the entertainment industry. The aftermath of the incident continues, with rumors of Chinese Communist Party involvement. Chinese fortune-telling experts have discovered that the alleged circumstances of his death, as reported online, bear a striking resemblance to ancient sorcery, leading them to suspect that Menglong was targeted for a sacrifice during the zodiac year of Chinese Communist Party leader Xi Jinping, thereby extending his lifespan to 150. A video of the ritual released online has left netizens horrified and sparked a heated debate. The Chinese influencer Dayu Jingqi believes that Menglong's experience bears a striking resemblance to the sorcery of sacrificial offerings to prolong life. He shared the analysis of Chinese fortune teller Ma Xian, who noted that high-ranking CCP leaders, including Xi Jinping, are known to believe in the supernatural. Some say Xi Jinping's fate is nearing its end, yet he appears remarkably robust and healthy. Dayu speculates that this is likely due to him resorting to using living beings to prolong his life, and this isn't the first time. Dayu explains the basic principle of continuing destiny as it relates to a person nearing the end of their life. They must find a compatible horoscope to act as a surrogate, following certain predetermined conditions to deceive Lord Yan. The ritual requires the use of blood, and the selection of the chosen individual is carried out years in advance. Once chosen, the corpse is then raised. This sorcerous sacrifice actually seeks to steal the soul. To prevent the victim from complaining to the heavenly court, 7 souls are required. After receiving the soul, a life-opening ritual must be performed before the victim's death. This ritual involves brutally removing the brain and genitals, leaving the victim half dead and half alive walking through the hallways, corroborating on the Menglong's falling head first, which signifies the brain. Gang raped signifies the genitals, and the perpetrator was seen walking around the corridors with Menglong. The soul leader must shout out the 7 legend spells: good food, good clothes, good sex, good gambling, good goods, good greed, and good everything, in order. In contrast, director Chung Ching-song, who is reported to have attended the party, wrote "delicious" on the day Menglong's fell from the building, and then deleted it. He also collected nails and used gemstones with concentric circle patterns, which is said to coincide with the 2 Rolex watches in Menglong's pocket at the time of his death. It also explained why Menglong was chosen and raised long ago, but only recently began to perform his actions. This is because 7 key conditions are required for performing sorcery. First, the ritual must take place during the recipient's birth year, which happens to be Xi Jinping's this year. Chinese zodiac year of the snake. The ritual requires a large number of drums and flags before it, which coincides with the 93rd Chinese People's Liberation Army military parade. The ritual itself falls on the 7th day of the lunar calendar, and Dayu analyzes that September 10th was chosen because it coincided with the end of a blood moon and the conclusion of the 7-day ceremony for the 93rd military parade. Furthermore, the astronomical phenomena of a blood moon and lightning coincided with the appearance of a blood moon on September 7th and 8th of this year. These unusual coincidences surrounding Menglong's death are chilling. Menglong's birthday is the same as Xi Jinping's birthday. He was used for the memorial ceremony in order to live longer. The strange coincidences surrounding Menglong's death are chilling. Someone posted a video of the memorial ceremony online, showing numerous people banging gongs and drums in a hallway, with a faint image of someone lying on the ground. Netizens exclaimed, "The person on the right looks like a murderer, but it's essentially a human sacrifice. I heard it was a memorial." Menglong's birthday is the same as Xi Jinping's. So he was memorialized to prolong his life. The YouTuber Ma Xian mentioned that this ritual requires someone to bang gongs and drums. They're performing some kind of sorcery. It's so noisy. Are the people in the community deaf? The person in the back is Fan Shichi. 1 or 2 individuals are banging gongs and drums. Canadian commentator Tang Jingyuan stated on his show that Menglong's text messages reveal a lot. First, Menglong has been imprisoned and has lost his freedom, but he can still use his phone, which suggests that his relationship with him may not have been completely severed. Second, Menglong mentioned an elderly man known as Prince and a young princess in Australia. Tang Jingyuan stated that within the CCP's elite circles, only 2 individuals bear the nickname Prince: Zheng Qinghong, the once popular Prince Qing, and Xi Jinping's younger brother, Xi Yuanping. Menglong's revelations clearly target Xi Jinping's family, so the prince he mentioned likely refers to Xi Yuanping. Third, Menglong revealed in a text message the possible cause of his untimely death. He mentioned that the powerful family laundered vast amounts of money and that it was extremely filthy. He was forced into this illegal activity and was subsequently investigated by the relevant authorities. It's possible that he served as a white glove for this group, becoming entangled in the intra-party struggle and, as a result, was silenced. He also mentioned that the entire world belonged to his family, revealing the true mastermind behind it. Fourth, the message revealed a very sensitive piece of information. Since the whole world belongs to their family, why would anyone dare to investigate the prince's family? In fact, he had already mentioned in the message that the prince and his family had recently run into trouble, perhaps because they had encountered challenges within the party, and their power was unstable. That was why some organizations dared to investigate the illegal activities of this #1 family. Tang Jingyuan believes that if the contents of this suicide note are true, it means that Menglong's death was the product of internal strife among high-level officials during Xi Jinping's loss of power. It was the anti-Xi faction who wanted to gain leverage over Xi Jinping's family, which forced the prince to kill you to protect himself. Tang Jingyuan believes that Menglong may not have wanted to take the initiative to expose the shady practices of money laundering by the powerful, but rather the other party took the initiative to investigate. At this time, the prince did not believe that he would keep his mouth shut, so he interrogated him for a long time. Tang Jingyuan believes that if the contents of this suicide note are authentic, it suggests that Menglong's death was the product of internal strife within the upper echelons of Xi Jinping's demise. Anti-Xi factions seeking leverage against Xi's family forced the prince to silence you to protect himself. Tang Jingyuan believes Menglong likely didn't actively seek to expose the money laundering practices of the powerful, but rather was instead the target of an investigation by the other side. The prince, distrusting his silence, interrogated him for a long time, but ultimately murdered him after receiving no satisfactory answers. Rumors have previously circulated that Xi Jinping's family embezzled 2 trillion yuan in military funds. If this were true, they would have needed to launder the funds before transferring them to secure overseas accounts. Consequently, rumors circulated that Yang Lanlan facilitated money laundering in Australia. While the authenticity of Menglong's suicide note remains uncertain, many believe it is highly credible. The context of censorship in China was another powerful factor. Posts about Menglong's death disappeared almost as soon as they appeared. Accounts that dared to mention about his death were suspended, and hashtags were blocked. This pattern of erasure could not make doubt the rumor. It made them believe it more strongly. To many, the fact that the state moved so aggressively to suppress the idea of assault money laundering, or performing rituals by human sacrifice suggested that it was uncomfortably close to the truth. The online discussion, censorship itself, become the ultimate proof. Every single quest either party has vanished. Not a word, no name disclosed. That also suggests that many persons with significant influence or power are involved in Menglong's case. However, some believe that too many recent rumors have blurred the focus, and some don't care what gods or ghosts are involved. People and fans just want to know that they are all beasts with connections who are protecting and abetting the killing. No amount of public opinion can change the fact that Menglong was tortured to death by them, and the justice to Menglong must prevail.